Hey everybody, good day and good energy to y'all, or good night, I should say, right? Um, so I was just sitting and listening to some music and doing a little artwork, and I just kept getting compelled to express something. So I want to start off by saying I realize that this sounds kind of crazy, but it is definitely on my mind, so I want to get it out. um, so, one of the things I've talked about on my channel that I am working on and growing with is just, speaking my mind and, knowing how to, confront and deal with opposition and, stay true to being me. Um, I've always been very gullible and, I'm sensitive. And as you destroy yourself, you lose your strength. So you do lose your confidence too. I'm not making excuses. It's just a simple mathematics. So with that, it's harder to speak up for yourself sometimes. But I think I'm growing and getting better, and it all happened because it needed to happen. So it's all good. But I'm bringing this up because the 13th son on his Twitter, excuse me, and I'm still growing on how to just the best way to navigate the relationship, because for the longest time, I looked up to him, and as I've said, I called him my hero on Twitter, and he blocked me, and that was a few years ago. And that was a lesson I needed to learn, because I, I looked up to him, outside of myself, and you're supposed to be your own hero. You're supposed to be able to take care of your own shit and not look to others, outside of yourself and all that. So, um, But anywho, I was so back on his Twitter recently. I've started, looking into his Twitter feed again, and there's a tweet about, it was his tweet on how he doesn't think it's good to be subscribed to channels that are just, whatever, just selling stuff, or spitting some not so good type of whatever it is they're spitting. And I've actually kind of been the opposite, and this is also kind of a difference I've had with other spiritual people is, there's the whole notion of, keeping toxic people away, and, all that, and not wanting to have other people's demons or spirits, come and attach to you or affect you. And, I see the reasoning in that. But for me, when I subscribe to these people, I do it with an intent and a will to help them. I want them to see my channel. I would like them. I encourage them. Well, I don't encourage, but I do it with the thought that hopefully they check out my channel, and maybe they learn something. Maybe they, I could help them, not be in so much pain, and in consequence, not maybe hurt other people so much. But this is different than the way that 13, at least I'm assuming, based on some of his tweets that I've seen and the interactions we've had, does things, and other people as well. And so, when I was just the past couple days, I've been connecting more and more with, getting, more and more sober. I smoked a little weed tonight, but I think I might keep that a nighttime thing. But, who knows? We'll see how that goes. But anyway, oh shit, I lost my train of thought. There's that weed again. Oh yeah, so back to the Twitter feed, and I was reading his Twitter feed, and he talked again about, not subscribing to, channels that really aren't, on that 13 love path and all that. So that's his way, and I was in the process of wanting to develop a closer connection to, him and the Most Highs, and that's really, that connection is your own. Like, we all have the Most Highs within us, so I was, in a sense, kind of assimilating his truth and his, Most Highs, and who he was, and his opinion, his style and way of doing things, and applying it to my own. And so because of that, I unsubscribed to a lot of people. Like I spent, 'cause I have so many subscriptions. I spent a good couple, at least an hour, if not, maybe 2 or a little bit more than an hour, um, unsubscribing and checking channels out because I've just spent so much time exploring YouTube and trying to, just exploring network and trying to find people, network and spread the word, figure out what the word is and all that. So yeah, I spent a lot of time and I unsubscribed to a lot of people, and I'd sent Matthew McConaughey, a few comments, and he didn't respond, and my feelings got kind of hurt, and it was at kind of the same time that 13 was talking about not being subscribed to people who aren't really doing the right thing or whatever. And so I did. I went through and I did it to a whole bunch of people. But my heart is really going out to Matthew McConaughey right now because, shortly thereafter he made, and I don't know if he's watched my videos or it's connected. Well, I mean, there's always connections, but, I felt like he may have made that, reading of the wild ones, where the wild ones are, perhaps, just, I don't know. I felt like there was a connection to the videos that I'd made, and I did a little reading and this and that, and, the story of the wild things, and I'm kind of a wild dude. And anyways, I just saw some connections there. And I'm not sure if they're there. I could be speculating, or imagining, whatever you want to call it. But, I just wanted to get off my chest regardless, because it's definitely been just like hitting me hard. Like I need to say something about this. So I was going to do it in the morning, but I'm like, I'm just going to go do it now. So yeah, I apologize, Matthew. Man, I'm sorry for unsubscribing, and to all you others, all others I have. Again, though, I have to be truthful, and my heart really is feeling like, just I need to say this to Matthew McConaughey, because he did make that video, where the wild things are, or make the reading, and it really, really touched my heart. Like years ago, man, like, I watched your movies before you got, I mean, you've always, when he was more into the romantic comedies, but when I liked him too. I was like, man, he's good at the romantic comedy scenes. I like the way he did it. I like his style, but I also saw the potential for him to like be a leading, alpha male, but at the time Brad Pitt kind of had that spot, but, I always saw he had the potential. I was like, hey, he could do a real good job doing some, some more fucking soldiery, warrior roles, and then he made Reign of Fire, and I remember watching that and just being like, damn, that was good. I mean, really, I've seen the movie quite a few times, so I mean, I am really quite a fan, of a lot of you actors out there: Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, George Clooney, Mel Gibson. I mean, I've seen all y'all movies so many times. Nicolas Cage, John Travolta. I mean, it goes on and on, And I've also I made a video about Hollywood and the dirtier stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and I called all actors liars, and that's just, first of all, I don't know if that's true, and second of all, it doesn't really matter, because I don't want to speak on the negativity unless it really needs to be corrected in the moment, and there was really no need to say it like that, just to be that harsh and judgmental about it. I was very kind of raw about shit, and that was right around the time a lot of crazy shit happened in my life. So anyway, but it has been on my mind to apologize about that too, and also to give thanks and gratitude to you actors and directors and everybody that's involved in making movies, because y'all really helped keep me alive and inspired, and I say alive, but I mean, I really look forward to your movies, man. I really have found a lot of inspiration. It's really encouraged me to go out and do a lot of interesting things in my life, and even just as a role model, as a man, like, seeing how y'all would deal with things. And, sure, there's probably some bad stuff that I was influenced by too, but, for the most part, I feel extremely grateful and, inspired. And I still go back and watch your guys' movies, and personally, like, the movies they're making now don't even come close. Like, y'all, I feel privileged to have been alive at that time when, they were still making them, with that much, good and glory and just creativity and, authentic, acting and just style and grit. And it's just so different now, and it's not just in the movies, it's all over the place too. So yeah, I just really wanted to get this off my chest, and I wanted, him to know, if he does watch this, that, I really appreciated you. Like you really, like, that's like a long, like, just years. And because I also have always had this feeling that, like, I was like, man, I feel like I just see these guys portraying these honorable roles, and it's like, it feels so real. Like, I feel like you guys are really those characters sometimes. Like, I mean, yeah, I feel like that's really inside of you, like, to be able to act that way and do those things, and the look and all that. There's an element of authenticity to that. And it was something I was really fixated on for a while. But I've kind of backed off, and then especially after learning more about, you know, Owen Benjamin did a good job. I mean, I'd say a good job. Just, he broke down like all these movie shits, and it kind of like deterred me away from Hollywood and like actors, and I kind of started looking at you guys in a different way. And it's all right. I needed to go through that, but now I've come to just, I want to see the good in all things, as much as I can. Yes, the evil is there, the darkness is there, and it's there now, seemingly more than ever, but it's always there, but it's in our face now. The intimacy is evident. So, I just, again, wanted to, say thank you for making that video, man. You really made my day. I don't want to sound too corny and shit, but yeah, I mean, as a fan, to see, somebody who we grew up watching their movies time and time again, and I mean, it's really a trip, because like, I've been in some really dark, like, moods, and just, dealing with addiction and all sorts of different things. And it's strange how certain movies and stuff pop on at different times in your life, and it's like they fit that moment just perfectly. I mean, the actor, the directors, the music, everything. It's just like there for you to experience what you need to experience to help you move through that moment and, continue on. So I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful for all the entertainers, all the actors, and all the crew, just everything, man. Even all the wicked, super crazy, nasty stuff out there, it's got to be there. It has its place, it has its part. I know my part too is to be that which counters it, and that's the fun of it. That's the fun of life. We can learn to do this dance with respect, even with enemies and foes, so, but, yeah, guys, I think I'll probably shut it down, but, I know I made a lot of videos today too, so, yeah, just thanks for all the support and encouragement, and watching, and the communications, and I'm just grateful to, I don't know, I'm just feeling kind of good about things. So thanks, guys. All right, love y'all. Bye.